Well, welcome to the A New Day show, where we are once again doing a presentation on the top 20 reasons to be working with the right coach. And I've narrowed them down to a mere 20. As a matter of fact, we could have done 1,001, we could have done 101, but we have narrowed them down to the top 20 reasons why you as an individual needs to be working with the right coach. First things needs to be first. We all need to go back to basics. You know, things are, it's not complicated. It's not rocket scientists. Everything is so simple, so long as we don't get things all too cluttered and all of that. Just simplify your life and things will be so much easier. So we are going to talk about the top 20 reasons for this episode. You know, as a coach myself, there is one too many times that I hear people will tell me, oh, I can't afford a coach, it costs too much money. Now, you need to understand what's important to you. Am I important? Do I want to become successful in life? Well, if your answer is that, you need to be working with a coach. You cannot afford not to be working with a coach or mentor as long as you are looking to make a difference in the things that you are doing. Choosing the right coach. How and where to start? These few important questions will help you with the process. Let's begin. Your needs are so different from every other person that you know. Your needs may be similar, but uniquely different, because we are all unique and we all deserve to live an authentic life. You hear me say that over and over and over. If you had listened to the segment on the benefits of personal development, you heard me mention that as well. And this segment is no different. Our focus in life, and as I tell all the people that I work with, one of the reasons why you want to make this powerful investment in yourself is so that it can afford you to live an authentic, purposeful life. You need to find the right type of coach to fit your unique personality. Here are some personal questions that you need to put on your checklist before you begin to interview the coaches. Am I someone who needs a cheerleader? Am I someone who needs a taskmaster? Am I someone who just needs someone to bounce ideas off on? Or am I someone who needs a good listener? Am I someone who needs to have an effective communicator who is able to explain things in a sensitive manner? They are able to tell me what needs to get done, and at the same time, they are able to hold me accountable for what I need to do. Am I someone who have the know-how and want to accomplish my goals? So let's go back over these steps. Someone who is a cheerleader might be someone who needs someone who is going to be rah-rah, hooray, hooray every second, and you just need that energy to help pump you and propel you to keep going. So if you are that type of a person, and that's what you need, then you need a coach who is going to be that for you. But unless you make that clear and you make that recommendation to the person that's going to be working with you, then they won't know unless you specify what your needs are. They are the professional, but you are the person that knows what your needs are. So you got to tell them what you need. If you need a taskmaster, you need the person that's going to be looking over your shoulder and telling you, well, listen, this is what you need to be doing right now. Not A, not B, not C, not D, but you need to be doing this right now. And this is the promise you made to yourself. Right now, you're running behind deadline. That's what the taskmaster does. They keep you on task. The person who you want to bounce ideas off, and they listen to everything that you are putting out, and they in turn will ask you questions that allows you to look on other options. You know, well, great, I love that idea. Have you thought of another plan, and what may that be? Just in case this doesn't happen, how? You bounce ideas off, you brainstorm, and with those things. Again, you have to say what your needs are, and the only reason you can say what your needs are is if you know who you are. So remember, if you listen to the benefits of discipline, you remember when I told you to get intimate and acquainted with yourself, get to know who you are, because unless you know who you are, you will not know what you want. And this is the same thing I'm telling you now when you are going out to choose a coach to work with you. This is an investment. So you need to get the right results. So you have to tell them what your needs are and what you're looking for. Are you the person that needs a good listener? You need somebody who would listen to you and they affirm with you. They hear you out. They are not so quick to brainstorm with you until they hear you out. It is so important for you to have somebody who is a good listener. You must tell the person you're interviewing that. Are you somebody that needs an effective communicator? There are a lot of people, they are professionals, but they just do not know how to communicate to every person. You know, you must tell them, well, listen, I know you were well thinking, but I did not get a word in. I just do not understand you. Do not make believe that you understand what was said to you. And you go there, you're only going to be setting yourself back because you did not get communicated to effectively. So you need to point that out to the person that you're interviewing. So you need to have a checklist ready when you are going out there interviewing and selecting a coach. You have to know what you want to accomplish. Otherwise, you will not be successful in working with a coach. What do you want to accomplish? Your goals are important. And the person that you're going to be working with should be qualified in helping you to accomplish your goals. Working with a coach, it doesn't mean that the coach will do it for you. I want to use this scenario. Working with a coach is like having a guide. The guide is there as a support. The guide, here is a door in front of you. The coach walks you to the door. You are looking at that door. The coach will not grab the handle and push that door open for you to step in. What a coach does, they are standing there. They are supporting you. They are watching you reach for that handle, turn that handle, open the door, walk through the door, and they are right there at the threshold telling you, job well done, Daphne. job well done. I know you could do it. And they support you in doing that. So those are some important questions that you need to be asking yourself when you go out there to be selecting that coach who is going to be working with you. Now, reason number 1 to be working with a coach. Are you someone who just hates your daytime job? Do you want to do something that you are passionate about? You by yourself will not be able to sort that out. But working with the right coach will position you in which to do that. So, you know, the first signal when we are unhappy in what we are doing, there's something there that is telling us we are not doing what we are supposed to do. And oftentimes you find out if you are only doing things for the money, you're going to be very unhappy and dissatisfied, because believe you me, the money is never going to be enough. But when you are doing something that you're passionate about and that you were called to do, then you're going to be very excited and very satisfied. So that's your first step. And that's your first part, that to bring your awareness on to say, well, I'm not happy in what I'm doing. I feel deep down that I want to be doing something that I'm passionate about. That's your first signal to say, let me begin to look for a coach. The second reason is that your work or your business is driving you bonkers, driving you crazy. You are burnt out and you are stretched and stressed to the max. That's time to run and grab your checklist and say, let me begin to interview somebody to help me get my act together. Step number 3. You are looking to go from a functional business or entrepreneurial person into an extraordinary person or business person. So that's one of the other reasons to be working with the right coach. Step number 4. Are you a procrastinator who can never get things done on time? And Lord knows that people are procrastinators for different reasons. Some people are just a person that they have to just cross every T, they got to dot every I, they got to erase it, and then they got to do it again, and then they put it off for another time. Some people procrastinate because it is never good enough. Again, you got to know yourself. But if you are a procrastinator, you need to be working with a coach, because this will help you to prioritize things and to get things done in a timely manner. Step number 5. Do you need a better understanding of how to leverage your networks and resources? Well, working with a coach will help you to do those things. Number 6. You don't know how to develop a network that supports your business, vision, or mission? You know that all of us in life have big dreams, and there are often times when the dreams are so big and the people who are close to us are our family members, extended family, or our family members, spouses, siblings. We just cannot share it with them, because there is no one in our family that has ever accomplished anything that is so great. And we are so afraid to share this with them. Well, I tell you, you really don't need to be afraid or ashamed to share these big dreams with your coach, because we get excited when we hear these big dreams. And we tell you, yes, you can do it, and let's work on a plan to get this done. So, number 7, you are skilled doing the work. However, none of that work is coming to you. So, it simply means that something is wrong. You're probably not marketing yourself. You have not defined your brand properly. So, working with a coach in this area will help you to develop that and to find out, why am I not getting the work that I'm so skilled at doing? And you're probably someone like myself who needs to be working with more than one coach at a time, because there are some people you're working with a branding person, you're working with a marketing person, you're working with an advertising person, different person, but you got to know yourself and know what your needs are. And the other thing, when you're working with more than one coach together, you'll find that there's going to be an overlap where people need to be communicating, to discussing your goals, and to see where they want to get you going and get you moving along. Number 8, you have a hugely successful business. However, you still don't demonstrate that success. Why? There are different reasons why these things are happening for people. Know yourself and know why is it. Are you experiencing some deep underlying fear that is telling you that you are not deserving this success? And because of that, everybody else looks at you and they are just applauding your success, and they're talking about it, yet you are not feeling it. You are just not energized. There is something that's laying there. So you find yourself now having to peel the onion back to find out, why am I not demonstrating the success that everybody else sees? So you'll find out that the coach you're working with will help you to design a system that will help you to peel that onion back and help you to just develop a system that will help you to be able to demonstrate that success that everybody else sees in you. And you now know that, listen, I deserve every little bit of it. But if you're by yourself out there, isolated, you will not be able to do that. So you need a nurse to help you do that. Are you someone who is looking to create clarity on what you really want in your life? A coach will help you to prioritize that. Number 10, reason to be working with a coach. Coaching helps you to strengthen your personal foundation. It helps you to raise your standards. It helps you to eliminate or to tolerate mediocrity, and it helps you to set boundaries. Because especially when it comes to the people that we love so much, and especially if you're someone who is working from home, you just cannot set any boundaries, and you just tolerate anything that people throws at you. But working with the coach will help you to design a system that you feel you can just do that with ease. Number 11, Coaching teaches you how to attract balance into your life rather than you programming your life with lack and struggles. You know, we all know we deserve much more. We all know that we deserve better. But do we do that all by ourselves? And the answer is no. We do not do that by ourselves. So I am here to tell you that working with a coach will help you to do that. Step number 12 in working with a coach is that coaching will help you to create more balance in your life. You know, as an entrepreneur, a small business owner, there are often times when we think that we need to be doing everything by ourselves. We do not understand what the word delegating means. We just feel that if we do not do everything ourselves, it cannot get done. So the coach will have you to put personal time in. You got to balance. You can't do all work and no play. You can't do all work and play and ignore your your spirituality. You cannot do all work and play and spirituality and neglect your nutritional and your health aspects. So that's what balance is all around. You got to complete the circle. So number 13, step number 13 is working with a coach helps to challenge you to stretch and grow in new, exciting ways. It is never finished. You know, they say it's never finished until the fat lady sings. Well, so long as you are breathing, it is never finished, because the minute that you accomplish one goal, it's time for you to step into another goal. So you're always adding. And the minute you step and you complete this goal, you're looking on another plateau for yourself, because you're looking, I got to stretch. It's like a rubber band. You know, they say that elastic that stretches will never go back to where it was. It gets so accustomed to the stretching. I want to tell you that step number 14 is, in working with a coach, it gives you an edge in your career and in your life. A lot of times people keep focus on their competitors. And I oftentimes says, should we be concentrating so much on our competitors, or we should be concentrating on ourselves and what we're doing? Because I have found out that my competitors are never my problem. Focusing on my past accomplishments helps me better to develop more and to stretch and to achieve higher goals. So I keep raising the bar for myself and keep looking. If I have excelled in this area and that area, now I can do this higher. So don't spend all your energies focused on what the competition is doing, but find out how you can best deliver what you are doing. Again, so you need to know yourself. Step number 15 is, in working with a coach, is coaching helps you to have your successes fully championed, acknowledged, and celebrated. It's not about bragging, but if you don't know your success stories, others won't know them. And by us champion our success stories, acknowledging and celebrating them, we now help others to carve their success and to help them to achieve what they are set out to do. So again, it is very important in knowing what it is that you are set out to do. Remember, before you go out there to hire a coach, you need to have your checklist of these questions. Know the type of person you are. Are you you need somebody who needs a cheerleader? Do you need a taskmaster? Do you only need someone to bounce ideas off on? Do you need someone who is a good listener? Do you need someone who is an effective communicator and at the same time is able to hold you accountable? And do you need someone who will help you to accomplish your goals? Come back for part 2 of these 20 steps.